In the Philippines, ever since Tzu Chi helped Metro Manila recover from Typhoon Kusena of 2009, local residents have been keen to join its ranks of volunteers. All Tzu Chi volunteer training seminars are held in the local language to help participants better understand Tzu Chi's values that focus on making the world a better place. Let's join them at their most recent training seminar.
Thousands of local volunteers are seated inside the Jingsi Hall as they take part in a Tzu Chi volunteer training seminar. Local volunteers take notes as they learn about the organization's 4 missions, as well as its dining etiquette.
Ng pouch. Tingnan natin si Uncle Julian.
Ever since the Buddhist NGO helped residents get back on their feet after Typhoon Ketsana of 2009 and last year's Typhoon Haiyan, local residents have become familiar with the name Tzu Chi.
Although we may encounter difficulties along the way, however, this is a path I will continue to take. I want to encourage others and tell them how great it is to be a Tzu Chi volunteer.
At the seminar, certified local volunteers were invited to share their insights from their journey on the Tzu Chi path. In addition, participants witnessed the organization's efforts from photographs that were on display. Volunteer Nanilita Alburo even spotted herself in several of the pictures.
I am really happy to see this picture because it reminded me of the joy I felt in helping the disaster survivors. No matter what disasters we encounter in the future, I've told myself that I am ready to help others in need.
I'm really excited about going to Tacloban on November 9th. I want to take what I have learned at the seminar and share these moving stories with local residents.
Although many local volunteers are Catholic, on conclusion of the seminar, all had found a connection with Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit and are ready to walk the Tzu Chi path more steadfast than ever.
According to official estimates in the Philippines, more than 6,300 people passed away in last year's Typhoon Haiyan. Meanwhile, the local Red Cross estimates that 25,000 people are still missing. Although 1 year has passed since the tragedy, many lives have yet to return to normal. To house those displaced by the incident, Tzu Chi Foundation decided to build some 3,000 prefabricated homes in the disaster zones. Let's take a look. Typhoon Haiyan destroyed most of the buildings in Tacloban City. Many survivors are left without roofs over their heads and can barely make ends meet. This is Jovita, who is single-handedly raising her 2 children following her husband's passing. Unfortunately, Typhoon Haiyan has destroyed their home. Currently, the family is living in temporary housing built by the government.
It is really hot in here and I can barely withstand the heat.
Besides the high temperatures inside the prefab, the cramped space makes it even harder for Jovita and her family. But without a steady income, the family has no choice.
Card bank. Card bank. Paninda namin.
In Ormoc City, many residents are also living in hardship.
This is a temporary home built by the Filipino government. As you can see, the wall is extremely thin, so the sound insulation between rooms isn't great.
The furniture and decoration inside the house is also very simple. This little space is where a family of 9 calls home.
I hope all my children can go to school.
This is Ophelia, who cannot work to support her family due to her disability. Thankfully, other disaster survivors reach out with a helping hand, where the family cannot manage to put food on the table.
I will give some firewood to those who need it.
Currently, 20 households share a kitchen and cook with firewood. Although more than a year has passed since the tragedy, life has yet to return to normal. According to a government report, the government has repaired 24% of damaged roads and fixed 50% of the public facilities. However, only 1% of damaged homes have been rebuilt, as many survivors have no means to do so.
Master Zheng Yan hopes that all the Haiyan survivors will have a safe place to call home as soon as possible.
Inspired by the Buddhist NGO, the mayor of Ormoc City, Edward Kodila, donated 50 hectares of his own land to the organization, where prefabricated homes will be built. Tziji's prefabs are not only a place where residents can put their minds at ease, but also represent a new beginning.
Masaya kami lahat doon kahapon.
Everyone is very happy because we saw a sample Tzi home and it was beautiful.
Inside Mayor Kodila's office, one can see a picture of him with Master Zheng Yan. Earlier this year, Mayor Edward Kodila even paid a visit to the birthplace of Tzi, Taiwan, to learn more about disaster relief.
The Tzi Foundation is a compassionate and trustworthy organization.
Many residents living in temporary housing decided to help out with the construction of prefabs.
These cement bricks will be used in the prefabricated homes, where most of us will be living in, so we want to contribute our share.
The cement bricks made by Haiyan survivors are later used as flooring for Tziji's prefabs.
Tziji's prefabricated homes are twice as big as those built by the local government. There will be a living room, 3 bedrooms, and even a bathroom.
1 year has passed since Typhoon Haiyan ravaged the Philippines, but with Tziji's assistance, local residents have finally regained some hope and are ready to turn over a new leaf.